What up? What up? What up? A little update. Um, had a bad experience with my RAM that I had. Um, the story is kind of long and lengthy, but the moral of the story, basis of it is, I had service problems, and I had a warranty issue, and I had maintenance problems that shouldn't have never been maintenance problems this early on the truck. I bought the truck brand new in 2014 with really nothing on the miles, like maybe under 50 miles. I put 83,000 miles on the truck from 2014 February to now. That's roughly 3 years. In that 3 years time, it let me down about three times. It shut down on me. On top of that, I had wheel studs that continues to break, and nobody can tell me why. I had them put on professional at a professional tire shop that is like nationally branded tire shop. They use torque wrenches and everything. Nobody over tightened it one script. They broke off, and you can bag the stud out, the lug nut stud out, the bolt with your fingers. So it wasn't script. It wasn't over torqued or anything. Nobody could understand why that kept happening. Um, on top of that, I had at 60,000 miles, the ball joints need to be replaced. I was aware of and told that people won't even do alignment on it because it said it wouldn't be worth it because it wouldn't hold because the ball joints was bad. It was too much play in the ball joints. On top of that, you had um, replace the tie rods and all the things that go on with the front end suspension when you're trying to do ball joints. If you're gonna take it apart, you might as well replace it. That was a few $1,000s. On top of that, emissions, which is weird because I looked up the things to do the emissions with, which was like $135 kit from Mopar that was consist of a filter, some gaskets, and some fluid to clean the EGR components with. That's it. But they was charging $1,500 in Mobile to do it. They was charging $600 in Daphne to do it. So that was retarded. Um, on top of that, just odd and end stuff that should never be at this early stage. Even though it was a heavy duty truck, you should. I mean, I had already replaced the shocks and stuff, but it just certain things that just starting to add up, and everything came to a head. This past Monday, I was at the dealership getting an oil change, and I told the guy that changed my oil and check my coolant because I keep smelling antifreeze, and the engine it keeps saying check coolant level low, coolant level low, coolant level low, and it started happening when it got real cold. It happened a year or so ago, and I told them about it, and they told me they looked at it, they topped it off, and says nothing's wrong. But I ain't stupid. If you smell coolant, it's coolant leak somewhere. Just like if you see smoke, it's fire. So at the end of the day, I kept telling them, and they finally looked at it again Monday after they did the oil change, and all of a sudden, it's a coolant leak, and I was like, okay, it been a coolant leak, but you just not finding it after I'm out of my 36,000 mile warranty over a year or something ago. Very convenient, you know. Even though it was just the upper radiator hose, which traditionally should be number the $30-$40 hose, and probably 30-minute fix at the most, 20-minute fix. They want to charge 300 something, right at $300 to fix it, and want to charge me $100 for the hose. I've never seen a radiator hose cost $100 at all. I seen performance intercooler hoses cost $200, but it's for the intercooler. Radiator hose, I never seen a radiator hose cost um, $100. So I started to get upset. That was Monday. In the same conversation with the guy, he came back and told me, oh, you got two major recalls that need to be done immediately. They're real important to you to do these recalls. I said, okay, what are they? One of them is a track bar bracket. I had already did that, but now they're saying even if you already did the inspection, you have to get it changed now. There's a new one, so they have to change it out. So I'm not really upset about that. I said, okay, what's the other one? The other one was some got to do with the catalyst and the emissions and all that other stuff, which I had already been getting check engine codes to go lower. I mean, I had check engine all codes on that truck more than any other vehicle I have. It'll just pop up. It's weird stuff. Like, I put depth fluid in there one time that I bought from Walmart, and it came up basically poor quality depth fluid. I had check engine codes come up for exhaust, excessive exhaust smoke, things about the fuel quality. It just check engine after check engine, just transmissions. It's just crazy. So, like I said, it had about 83,000 miles on it. I bought it new, and it was still giving me different problems. So the guy ended up telling me about the recalls. I told him, okay, cool, give me a truck to drive, because I need my truck to work. I cannot work without a truck. I can't work with a car. I can't work with a van. I need a truck. I don't care if it's a single cab. I don't care what it is. I need a truck because I got to pull my trailer. I can't pull my trailer with anything else. It's just not going to happen. I'm not going to go out of my pocket and go rent a vehicle for you to do a warranty thing that's supposed to be free. So if it's a warranty, it's supposed to be free. Give me a free vehicle, truck to drive. So, of course, they said no. You can't do it. I done bought BMWs and all kind of stuff for them. People don't act like that. They kind of try to take care of you. No. I done bought 5 or 6 brand new Dodges and trucks over the last 10, 12 years or so. Chryslers. They just didn't care. They're like, no. We can't give you that. Most we can give you is a Chrysler 200, which is the bottom line of anything they got on the lot that they really don't care for. The bank won't even hardly finance them all, so they really don't care about them. And I said, I can't do nothing with that. And they're used for me. Well, we got to keep your truck overnight. I said, tell you what, top my truck cooling off and give it to me. I had already been down there talking to a friend of mine that works at the GMC, and I was just scoping them out, looked at the Denali. I don't like Ford. I can't see myself driving a Ford, but the Ram brand starting to really piss me off because I've been having problems. It's not just the dealership, it's the brand. Because I called the Ram customer service on several different occasions about 7 different other stuff, and they really don't want to do anything to help you. They make it very difficult all the way around to make sure they can get out of stuff. And that's the honest truth. I got service records. I got records. Period. They do everything they can to get out of something. They don't really break their back to make sure you are happy. You have to call, go. It's always something, and it's just not the dealership. It's the brand. And I am a devoted Dodge lover. I love Dodge. I made my wife get out her Ford for a Dodge. I was a Dodge advocate. I mean, everybody know me. I like Dodge, but this was getting ridiculous. I mean, you pay money for vehicles. It ain't like we paid $1,000 for these trucks, or 10 grand or 20 grand. We pay money for these big, heavy duty trucks that should do the job and keep people going when they need to work and need to go and after hours. We don't need excuses. We don't need nobody telling us, hey, I'm sorry, we can't help you. And you call the company and they basically the same way. No, we can't help you. Even though I've been having so many problems out of Dodge, out of Ram, that they put me in some kind of specialty program to say, hey, you're going to be taken care of every time you come to dealership. We're going to make sure you that was just a hoax, just to trying to make me feel like I'm special. Which reality, that every time I ask that, when I call, people play dumb, like they have no idea what that program is. So, I mean, if you create something, clue everybody else in on what you created, some kind of program, specialty program where customers supposed to be taken care of and we're supposed to have free rentals or all that type of stuff. It don't happen. It's just a gimmick. So long story short, I took my truck and left, even though I just went and checked out some GMCs and I liked them. I mean, what sold me on GMC was the fact that it's a different truck. The motors are fair. I never heard anything bad about the diesel motors or the gas motors. I know friends of mine that have 20 and 15-year-old Tahoes and trucks that got 200,000 or 300,000 miles on them. They crank right up on a dime and ain't nothing wrong. On top of that, I just feel like you get more for your money with GMC. And it's just how I feel and how I always would feel about Ram. How Ram just don't take care of you. Ram literally treat you like, okay, you bought the vehicle. Okay, fine, whatever, cool. So when I went and looked at the GMC, um, my payoff was in the 33s on the Ram. Um, the retail value was like 32, 33. I was pushing for them to pay my truck off, and I kind of knew some things on the back end that I can do at GMC to kind of get what I want. So I wanted a Denali. The Denali was too much that I wanted to spend at the moment in time. So I looked under the Denali and kind of came up. I found a truck at a GMC dealer in Mobile that was really nice. Long story short, end up negotiating like I love to do. I love to negotiate and argue prices. I mean, I'm good at it. I'm real good at it. Ended up getting them to pay $33,200 for my trade, and gave me, I think I estimated around $7,000 to $9,000 off the truck price of the truck. I got this truck cheaper than you would be if you was building it and putting a few rebates with it. I won't tell you the exact price, but it was fair. It was super fair. I mean, super nice deal. Um, so ended up buying a GMC. I don't regret it. I mean, it's nice. Way nicer than a Ram. It's gas, but it pulls very decently. I pulled it the first day, in that less than 6 hours that I bought it, it was pulling the 16-foot loaded down trailer enclosed, and it pulled it fine. I mean, the ride quality with the trailer is like way better than the Ram. When I got on with GMC the first, second day, I got so many different things that I think positive about GMC that I did not really pay attention to, and at all until right now. They got loyalty programs that really no other company has, for us, like trying to reward you along the way, trying to keep you a loyal GMC buyer. And I like that, because if I buy something, I'm gonna buy the same thing for my wife. She's gonna be eventually in a Yukon or something. I mean, we just like to stick to the same brand. If I switch, she gonna switch eventually, and she knows that. But I just like the fact that if you're a loyal customer, they treat you like a loyal customer. OnStar, I love the OnStar. I never had it before. Interior in here is super nice. It's a 2016 Sierra HD 2500 crew cab with all the extra features and plus and all that type of stuff. Navigation, leather seats. I mean, everything on the name is in the truck. Only difference between this truck and the Denali is the Denali has a sunroof and a center console and the grill. That was it. That's the only thing I can notice about it. And I went all through the Denali. Basically, I'm no longer a Ram lover or Ram supporter. After how I was done in more detail, I don't really want to go into it, but how I was done Monday and how I felt basically kind of swore me away from not really getting a Ram again. I've been here before with Dodge. I didn't want to go back to a Dodge years ago when I first bought the Chargers when it came out in '05, and my engine blew up in it twice, and the dealership repaired it. They kind of broke the engine down and repaired, and it went back, blew up twice. So I thought I'd never buy another Dodge. I kind of like Dodge because they redid themselves again and came out with all these other specialty vehicles. I think I got one of them. My wife got a nice Durango, Rally Sport Ram. It's real nice. But moral of the story, if you're not being treated as you should be treated, don't rep the brand or don't stand behind something that's not standing for you. You may be 1 in 10 million, but you still that one. That one person matters. Just like if you vote, your one vote matters. Well, my freaking one vehicle, my one purchase of that truck matters. And that was my second Ram. So no longer a Ram man, kind of disgusted with it right now. They called me after the fact that I bought the other truck from the other dealership from Ram, and trying to talk to me and trying to see what was going on. And after I gave her the whole spiel, she was really quiet and kind of like, we need to get a manager to talk to you, this, all this other stuff, blah, blah, blah. Ain't nothing you can do now but give me some money. That's it. I mean, you can't do nothing for me. But that's it. And I know you're not going to give me no money. So, I mean, basically, you just calling me just to, take up minutes out of my day. But, hey, they want to talk. Ain't no big deal to me. But I'm a GMC guy now. Real nice. I'm going to let you see the interior and the outside. The colors are It's a quick silver color. It's real nice. I like it. But this the inside. Just the outside. So I'm done. Another sunny day in Alabama. Be blessed.